Being a celebrity might be a dream for most of us, and it seems like they live fabulously rich and luxurious lives. What then of child stars, who achieve this heady fame and success very early in their lives? But for some people, stardom has not been a permanent fixture, and the money and riches they once enjoyed can become a thing of the past. This is Top Trending, and in this episode we share with you a list of child stars that went broke. We start our list with Amanda Bynes, one of America's most loved children on television through the late 1990s and 2000s, starring in and winning awards for Nickelodeon TV shows All That and The Amanda Show. She then went on to star in 9 movies, including What a Girl Wants, Hairspray, and Sydney White. In 2010, at the age of 25, she decided to take a break from her acting career and was reportedly worth over $5 million. That's when things took a crazy turn. She was arrested several times in 2012 for driving under the influence, and later for possession of drugs. She started sharing a lot of her thoughts in her Twitter posts, some of which shocked and reverberated around the world. She was diagnosed as being bipolar and a manic repressive, and her parents sought conservatorship and took control of all of her finances and affairs. She's been found sleeping in the airport because she believed that her parents wouldn't give her any money. Gaby Hoffman grew up in a celebrity life, spending the first 11 years of her life in New York's Chelsea Hotel. She appeared in movies like Field of Dreams, Uncle Buck, and Sleepless in Seattle, and then starred in Someone Like Me, a show about her own life. Since then, she has worked in over 50 different film, television, and theatrical productions. But it appears that all of this glamorous, high-profile acting work hasn't added up in her bank account. In 2013, she admitted on a talk show that she only has $2 to her name. When she was asked about this later, she claimed that it was a euphemism, and that she actually had about $4,000 in her account, but that she also had no idea when the next $4,000 would be coming, or where it would be coming from. It appears though that her fortunes have now taken a turn for the better, as she's playing a starring role in the critically acclaimed Amazon series Transparent. Canadian star Corey Haim started his acting career at the age of 10 and became a household sensation in the 1980s with the show The Lost Boys, where he starred alongside his close friend Corey Feldman. They were known as the Two Coreys and appeared together in 7 movies and a reality show. Whether or not the reports that they were sexually abused in this industry were a factor, Corey Haim started abusing drugs in the mid-1990s, and this had a huge negative impact on his career. He was fired from some films for inconsistent behavior on set, and when he withdrew from a film, he was sued by Lloyd's of London for failing to disclose his drug addiction and pre-existing medical conditions on an insurance form. Soon after, he filed for bankruptcy, claiming that he owed $100,000 to the IRS and that he had $100,000 in outstanding debts. For the next 13 years, Corey was in and out of rehab, sometimes sober, sometimes not, and sometimes finding work on TV or film. He died in 2010 at the age of 38, and it's uncertain whether the cause of death was natural or accidental overdose. Natasha Lyonne has been appearing on films and television since the age of 6, and after Woody Allen cast her at the age of 16 in Everyone Says I Love You, there was no looking back for her as she bounded from role to role on film, TV, and in theater. Her most popular role was as Jessica in the American Pie series, but her career hit a huge speed bump in the early 2000s with her being arrested for driving under the influence and for incidents involving her neighbors, and she was even evicted from her home. She dealt with drug abuse and court hearings, and admissions to hospitals and rehabs. She lost it all and was considered unemployable through all of this time, but has now bounced back in her role as Nikki Nichols in the Netflix series Orange is the New Black. Dustin Diamond shot to prominence with his role as Screech in the long-running TV comedy Saved by the Bell, but not much came his way after the show's run ended. And due to tax miscalculations and his parents' alleged mismanagement of the money he made, he filed for bankruptcy in 2001. Soon after, he was selling t-shirts at $15 each to make money to retain the house he was living in, after the bank foreclosed on it. He made sporadic appearances on celeb reality TV shows until he was put in prison for 3 months following misdemeanor charges regarding a brawl in a pub. He was later sent back to jail for violating his probation terms. Next on our list is Leif Garrett, who was a child star in the 1970s, starring in many films as well as ABC's TV series Family. He became famous as a teen idol and embarked on a career as a music performer, but drugs got in the way, and he was involved in several drug-related assists and court proceedings, including an accident that left the passenger, his best friend Roland, a paraplegic. He filed for bankruptcy in 2001, stating that his only personal income was a $1,000 monthly gift from his mother. He had accumulated debts of over $75,000 in unpaid credit card bills, and his only listed possessions were his clothes, some household goods, and $350 in cash. Jamie Foxworth had appeared in a few advertisements when she landed the role of Judy Winslow in the sitcom Family Matters. But when she was abruptly written out of the show after its 4th season, her career as a mainstream actor came to a halt. She went through substance abuse issues and lived with her family as they went broke. She turned to the adult entertainment industry for a solution to her money woes, and starred in a pornographic film under the name Crave. Admitting on an episode of Oprah that this was the biggest mistake of her life, she appeared on Celebrity Rehab with Dr. Drew and was able to get sober, and gave birth to a son in 2009. Jodie Sweetin had a tough childhood before she was cast to play Stephanie Tanner in the hit TV series Full House. After the 9 seasons of the show, she went on to attend university, but her boredom led to abusing and becoming addicted to alcohol and drugs. She got married and divorced 3 times and went through hard financial times. Their water supply had been disconnected twice, and their home was in foreclosure. Things got to the brink when she was caught driving drunk with her 5-year-old daughter in the back seat, and she claims not to have had a drink since she was told that she wouldn't be allowed to see her children again unless she got sober. And her sobriety has led to good things happening. In 2015, she again started playing the role of Stephanie Tanner in the Netflix spin-off series Fuller House. Danny Bonaduce, born in a family that had film and TV connections, became a child actor when he started appearing in commercials and in TV episodes. He shot to stardom in his role as Danny Partridge in the TV series The Partridge Family in 1970. Like many of the other people on this list, he struggled to find work after the show ended in 1974, and like many other people on this list, started abusing drugs. At the age of 15, he was living on the streets of Hollywood. He was famous, but he was still homeless. He'd meet people and sign autographs and then go back to live in his car parked behind a dumpster. He's managed to turn his life around though, and has since become a radio show host who also wrestles in boxes. At the top of our list of child stars that went broke is Lindsay Lohan. She was born to be a star, and her parents enrolled her with the Ford modeling agency when she was 3 years old. After she attained stardom playing a double role in Disney's The Parent Trap, she went on to become a teenage idol starring in many films like Mean Girls, and even embarked on a parallel career as a music artist. But her journey too was racked by tussles with the law, drug abuse, and driving under the influence. Reports soon began to surface of the actress's imminent bankruptcy, with mounting debts, failing to pay rent on her London house, falling behind on mortgage payments on her Los Angeles home, and the IRS freezing her bank account to recover dues. She even reportedly took a $100,000 loan from her Scary Movie 5 co-star Charlie Sheen to pay off her debts. That's our list. Do you know of other child stars that went through difficult times? Let us know in the comments section. We love hearing from you. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to like the video, share with friends, and subscribe to Top Trending for more regular countdown videos such as this one.